Monday. I have a bitter pill for us all to swallow on this Monday morning, and that is that unfortunately waking up 30 minutes to an hour earlier just makes your whole day better. I'm upset about it too, but I've been doing it for the past couple days, and I just feel so much better prepared to like take on my day. It's not even 10 a.m. It's 9:45, which is late in the scheme of starting my morning, but woke up the house, did some cleaning, did some chores, got myself ready for my workout class, really just queued up the rest of my day. I came back, had my groceries delivered, put all those away, restocked the pantry. I have time to make another coffee. Technically my first meeting of the week is at 10 a.m. on Mondays, so until 10 a.m. it's like me time. But what you might not know about me is I'm a chronic snoozer. Like, I don't know if there's stats on the Hatch app of how many times I snooze. Actually, they should add that, because if I could see the stats of how many times I snooze the alarm, I would probably snooze it less. I'm guessing maybe like 10 snoozes a morning. It's crazy. I'm the type of person that sets their alarm for like an hour before they even need to wake up so that I can snooze for an hour. It's not a good habit. I'm trying to break it, but usually I get out of bed with just enough time to like do my skincare, brush my teeth, put on my workout set, and then go to my workout class. But actually having time in the morning to like leisurely even do the exact same things, but just with like a leisure pace, unfortunately kind of game changing. So I'm gonna try and be better about waking up at like 6:30. I would say 6, but that's not happening. Hey. My meeting ran long, so now I'm playing catch up with a body shower since I never got ready after my workout. If you follow me on Instagram, then you'll know that I got the Moxie laser, which is like a resurfacing skincare laser treatment, last week. And I still have, I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera, but I still have some like texture discoloration from that. But I'm also seeing the results, especially in areas right here. So if I look bright and glowy, then I think it's the Moxie laser at work. Put on a little makeup and a cute outfit because I need to get out of the house before the traffic gets bad. I have a couple errands I need to run today. I need to bring back my Nuuly because I need to order my new Nuuly, but I have to send back obviously and like get it scanned in. As soon as you get the Nuuly scanned, it unlocks your next one. It doesn't even have to reach them yet. Pro tip. But I'm gonna make a drink for the road. My friends have legitimately compared me to a camel before, which sounds like a little bit of an insult, and honestly maybe it was, but it was in regards to the fact that I can go so long without water, not even in a good way. I think there are like 7 signs of dehydration, and I exhibit probably all of them on a near daily basis. I just don't drink enough water. I love a drink, like I love a canned bev, I love a fun drink, case in point, but this one is actually beneficial to me in my hydration. If you somehow don't know what Liquid IV is, this is an electrolyte drink. So it's like a packet of powder that you add to water, and it is like scientifically formulated to support hydration. This one also happens to be 0 sugar. It's also just one of my favorite flavors, the white peach. All you have to do is add the Liquid IV hydration multiplier to a glass of water, mix it up. I add ice because I don't like a room temp liquid. The white peach is just my favorite. And honestly, if you're like me and you're someone that always reaches for like a caffeine or a coffee or an energy drink around 2 p.m., yes, you might be hitting a 2 p.m. slump, but you might also be extremely dehydrated because those two things are just like a double whammy. So before I reach for my caffeine, I'm gonna try and be more conscious about my water consumption and just hydration in general, because my body might be begging for water instead of coffee. Now, if I was smart, I would have made this in a to-go cup, but I wasn't really thinking, so I'm gonna take a glass on the road. There are 2 ways to tell that you do way too much online shopping, and that is the local UPS employees say welcome back and see you next time whenever you enter and leave. And the other is you keep a thing of shipping tape in your car, because I'm always having to like tape up packages. I hate when I see a return that requires me to like put everything back in a box. I've gotten so accustomed to like the happy returns and, you know, just like drop it off with no packaging thing. But I have 2 things to actually ship off today. Actually, I have way more than 2 things. I just didn't want to stop and like organize everything, so I will be back at this very location later this week to do some returns. But I have 2 things to send off. One is a gift, and then another is a secret little project that I'm working on. So those need to get taped up, and then I have my Nuuly, obviously, which is just in the box it comes in. And the nice thing about this location is, I don't know if they all do this, but this one is kind of used to me now, and I can email them my shipping labels and they'll print them for me because I don't have a printer. I accidentally ordered more strawberries and blueberries in my grocery delivery today, and I forgot that I didn't finish the ones that I bought last week. I have to like double up on all of my fruit so it doesn't go bad, but I made this yogurt bowl when I got home. The weather is so beautiful out. I have the door open in the kitchen. It's like the perfect weather where it's warm, but the mosquitoes aren't out yet. As soon as the mosquitoes are out, can't really keep the door open like this. I ended up on the Lunar New Year, Year of the Horse, Chinese New Year side of TikTok and Instagram yesterday. So I read about some of the traditions and rituals and I cleaned my kitchen. I think this is the very last of the beans that I got when I was in Tulum, which means that it's time to plan another trip. I can bring home some more coffee. One of my favorite souvenirs. Make some pancakes for breakfast. I have the water to mix ratio memorized for Kodiak cake so I can keep it in this container. Basically 1 to 1. With some berries, of course. And I am long overdue to FaceTime Mary. Let me see if she answers. Hello. Oh, you look pretty.
I really forget that there are like...
I'm gonna get myself ready for the day, but ironically, I'm just gonna change into like another workout set because the only thing that I truly have planned today, aside from things on my to-do list, is I'm going for a walk at like 4:30 with a friend. So I don't wanna like put on an outfit, like a legit like jeans and t-shirt type outfit, and then have to change back into athletic clothes. I'm just gonna change into like fresh, cute athleisure right now to get out of my like sweaty Pilates stuff, obviously. Today's class was so hard. I book my classes based on the time slot, not necessarily the instructor. In fact, I don't really even look at who's teaching the class. I'll find out when I get in there. But when I walked in and locked eyes with today's instructor, I was like, huh. I got this new chocolate brown like little terry cloth set in the mail. I need to figure out what the brand is, but it came with this tank top too. I think it's like pieces you can buy individually. Elite 11. I have to see what other colors they have because I love this texture. It's kind of giving like towel. You can't really tell on camera, but it's what I'm gonna wear the rest of the day. Because it's warming up, I need to remember that it is very quickly going to become palmetto bug season. If you don't know what palmetto bugs are, don't Google it. Just don't. I didn't know what they were until I moved to South Carolina, and I love it here in terms of the weather in Charleston. But the palmetto bugs, ooh, they come out like in the kind of like in between seasons from what I understand. So like when it's really cold and it kind of warms up, that's when they'll emerge. Like I think like rainy seasons, I don't know. They're always lurking. And they also really love cardboard, so I need to break down all of my boxes. You don't even want to know how long that took me, but I broke down all the boxes, took out like the packaging materials and stuff that can't be recycled, condensed everything as best as I can, and I will take out the trash tomorrow because apparently it's bad luck if I take it out today. But I also think it's bad luck to wear dark colors today. But I mean, if you got this chocolate brown set in the mail, you would wear it today too. I'm gonna sit in my office and get some work done, cross some things off my to-do list. In case you're wondering, if you want an update on my physical planner, I went back to having like a true physical planner. I think this is technically like an A5 planner, one of the ones that you can change the sheets out of. I'm loving it. I really like it, but I've always been like a physical planner type person. If you're not a physical planner person, I don't think that magically getting like a cute fun designer custom planner is going to change that about you. But if you are a physical planner person, I highly recommend some sort of customizable flow. I'm really liking it, and it's kind of making me feel like back to school, like academic vibes again. Like I love that stuff. Just got back from my walk. It's my favorite part of the night. I get to put all of my blinds down. Best money ever spent. On tonight's menu is a cilantro lime chicken and lentil rice bowl in the pressure cooker. And I just throw everything in there and then set it on high for 30 minutes. So I'm gonna throw that together. We've got some jalapeno, garlic, green onion, cilantro, onion, like white onion, and then some lentils. I think I also add some chicken thighs to this, and then it's chicken broth and salsa, just like a jar of salsa. This actually made so much, so hopefully this like reheats well, but I think it's actually a meal prep recipe. Lots of protein. I put it under, or I guess I put it over cauliflower rice. I've been off my reading game. I really haven't read since my trip, and I didn't even read that many books on my trip. Like I thought I was gonna read 5 books on my girls trip to Mexico. I think I read 1.5 because I had to finish the other half of it once I got back home. Didn't hit the same because it was like a beach book. But anyways, I'm trying to get back into reading, so I'm gonna get in bed at 9 p.m. and try and start a book. I don't know what book, probably some like cheesy romance book just to get me back into the reading rhythm. Like all my library holds expired. I have no books on my list. I mean, I could probably dig up the books that expired, but I need to get back into my reading groove. It's halfway through February. Bed is made. I have makeup on. Coffee's made. Water is prepped. House is tidied. And I still have 20 minutes for my workout class. Seriously? People wake up earlier on something. Oh, all these tabs open on my computer right now. I'm planning another trip to Mexico, but this one's not until December. I have a friend from high school that's getting married in Tulum-ish, Cancun-ish. Either way, I'm gonna extend on the back half of it and do Tulum again because I just can't stop thinking about Tulum. Can't stop thinking about that restaurant that I ate at with the girls. And I will be back there in 10 months time. All I have on right now is a touch of concealer, color corrector under my eyes. There's this like Kiss by the Sun powder that I love. I've been doing like a little bit of a lip combo and then just clear brow gel. Oh, and brown mascara. The laser that I did, you're supposed to do in like a series of 3, so this is just the first one. And the NP that I went to said that she personally like doesn't feel a wow factor until the second one. She said you'll like your skin after the first round, but the second round is when you're really impressed. I'm really impressed as is. The laser was called Moxie, which I believe is like the brand name of the laser, so you can go anywhere to get it. But I went to Skin Farm in Charleston, and this time I saw Megan. Megan also did my Botox recently, which a lot of people have been telling me I have never looked so relaxed and refreshed. Today I'm waking up even earlier. It's definitely not from more sleep. I think it's the Botox. I have a couple errands to run after my workout, and yes, I'm wearing the exact same thing that I wore yesterday. I popped over to Target afterwards because I have a random list. I need laundry detergent, paper towels, trash bags, nail polish remover, and this one Essie product that I've seen people talk about. I have like a tear in my nail, and I really don't want to cut the nail. It's actually too short to even cut it at the tear. So Essie just came out with this like repair product, and I'm gonna see if they have it here. And I just noticed my sweatshirt is on inside out. Better. Okay. I just assumed it would be here. I didn't look ahead of time. Maybe I'm stupid for that. Oh, I would actually probably like this cuticle remover. Where is it? It says it was supposed to be in there. I'm gonna try Ulta. Found it. I don't know if that's allowed, but I found it. Last stop is Whole Foods for an Amazon return and 2 things I forgot to add to my grocery delivery. After the salmon situation, it was about 6 months ago where I bought salmon, I think from Trader Joe's maybe. There's worms in it. Ooh, haven't looked at salmon the same way, but I'm kind of dipping my toes back into salmon with canned salmon because I don't have to look at it raw. I don't have to get the skin off of it. There's not going to be any bones. I get skinless, boneless, wild canned salmon. I'm not going to lie, I thought since it was in a can, I thought it would maybe be cheaper. It's not. It's like the same price. Like this is $22 worth of salmon, but you can do like salmon bowls really easily. You can do like instead of a tuna salad, you can do salmon salad. You can do salmon burgers. Like I'm a big canned fish proponent. I also love this brand's like seasonal kombuchas, and I haven't had this one yet. So actually I think I have had this one. They've just switched the packaging. So then I got some dill. I'm gonna make some eggs for breakfast. Just boil some eggs. And I got this crisp apple energy drink at Target. So I'll crack into this. Oh, it's like apple juice. I was kind of hoping it was gonna be like sour green apple. It's really good. It literally tastes like apple juice. Without fail, I have to Google it every single time because I never remember. I'm gonna hit 8 minutes. There's this place in Charleston called Baba's that sells jammy eggs. They're like a little bit more jammy than this, but they top them with salt, pepper, like herbs, a little bit of olive oil, and it's so good. And I just want to recreate that at home so bad, but it's just never the same. I actually do. I'm gonna cut up some of that dill that I just got. That's a good idea. I think they do chives. This doesn't look quite right. This is my attempt at Baba's jammy eggs. And if you're in Charleston, you should go to Baba's and try them for yourself, assuming you like eggs. Kind of a weird thing, but honestly like a really good grab and go breakfast that's like kind of healthy. I think this afternoon I'm gonna go to the Dewberry, which is a really nice hotel here in Charleston, and I'm gonna work from their lobby. I don't really know if you could do this at every hotel, but kind of a hack. If you don't want to go work at a coffee shop, see if there's like a nice hotel in your city that they have some sort of like rooftop or like courtyard type thing. I think the Charleston place has a courtyard. I've never really gone in there. I don't think they have anything like that. The Dewberry is what I would recommend in Charleston. If you want like a work from home spot, you can order a coffee, you can do lunch. Like it's kind of like a restaurant, but it's also a lobby. I'll show it to you later. But that's also where one of my favorite rooftops is in Charleston, Citrus Club. If you look up like a Charleston guide, this is like not a very secret hidden spot. Like the Citrus Club is gonna have like a 3-hour wait. They don't do reservations, but in theory, work from the lobby in the afternoon, go like 2 or 3, finish out your workday in the lobby, and then go up to Citrus Club for a drink at like 5, 6. That would be my ideal afternoon, and that is exactly what I pitched my friend on, but she's unfortunately busy, so I'm just gonna go work from the lobby myself. And I got a parking spot right out front. I feel like I'm about to have a really productive afternoon. The stars are aligning. I washed my hair. But on the topic of Charleston hotels, I do have some opinions. I always get asked about like Charleston recs. I'm not the type of person to ask for like nightlife going out recs. Like I can tell you like cute little cocktail bars, like places to go. Keep in mind my audience and like what I do for fun. I'm probably not going to be the best person to ask for like where to go out on a bachelorette trip. I'm self-aware enough to know that I'm probably going to lead you astray in that sense, but hotel wise, for like a weekend in Charleston, like a nice dinner, like a fun cocktail drinky night in that sense, I can give you recs for that. So first and foremost, hotels, I do like the Dewberry. The Dewberry is very much like, I mean, it just got like a Michelin key. Like it's a room service, like very high-end experience. Not to say my other recs aren't high-end, but this is just like, you know, classic, like super nice 5-star hotel vibe. There's also a place called the Pinch that was also recognized by the Michelin Guide. If you don't know, the Michelin Guide recognizes like restaurants, but they also recognize hotels. It's called like a star in the world of restaurants, and it's called a key in the world of hotels. So 1, 2, and 3 keys is kind of the ranking of like Michelin keyed hotels. I think the Dewberry has 1 key. I think the Pinch got a key too. Pinch is really good, but the Pinch, biggest thing is they don't do room service. So if you think of hotels as in like a room service vibe, you're not gonna get that at the Pinch. At least when I stayed there the last time, there wasn't room service, but it's a very cute, like boutique-y. It's just an amazing location too. It's right off of King Street. Like the Pinch has to be one of my top favorite hotels in Charleston if you're willing to look past the no room service thing. But fact check me on that because they might have changed that since the last time I was there. The Nickel also just opened. I did a little staycation at the Nickel, and when I stayed there, the rooms were borderline like affordable. On the scale of like downtown Charleston, like boutique hotels, the Nickel I think is gonna be your most affordable one, but they were also still under construction. They didn't have their rooftop open yet, and now that is open, so I would imagine that maybe that would increase like the nightly rate now that everything is open within the hotel. But look into the Nickel. And then also if you're open to staying in other areas, I love Post House. Post House Inn is in Old Village in Mount Pleasant. It's just the cutest little boutique. You can kind of see if you look up all these hotels kind of the vibe that I go for. I just love a unique experience. I want the rooms to look like super unique and eclectic, and like I just want, quite frankly, if I'm gonna stay in a hotel, I want it to be nicer than my house, and I want it to feel just like so personalized and like niche to the area that I'm in. So Post House, Pinch, Nickel, and the Dewberry would be my like top hotel recs around here. In terms of dinner, hands down you have to go to Vern's. If you can get a reservation. Was also recognized by the Michelin Guide. Insanely worth it. I honestly just put on like a notification and I'll go on like a random Tuesday at 6 p.m. if they randomly had something open. Like I just love Vern's. Chubby Fish is also really good. That's kind of in the same area. Hard to get a table at. It's like one of those like line up on the sidewalk to put your name down for that night. They don't do reservations, but it's really good if you can make it happen. There's always new stuff opening, like the Nickel rooftop. Like that's probably really good. I think I'm gonna go there later this week, so I wouldn't necessarily vouch for it. Rooftop vibe is always great in Charleston. If you don't know, there's like a building code thing that says you can't build higher than the tallest church steeple. Why Charleston's called the Holy City. There's like so many churches. Like I think there's literally one behind me and I'm staring at one right here, and there's one over there. 3 churches in my line of sight right now. But because of that building thing, the very few rooftop situations that we have are really good views and just like unobstructed because you're pretty much as tall as you can get. And I don't know, it's just like great for sunset and stuff. So there's the Nickel rooftop, there's the Citrus Club rooftop that's on top of the Dewberry. That's like a good like getting a drink while the sun's still out vibe. Pinch has like restaurants attached to it that I remember being really good. I don't know, I kind of have this mentality with most of the places in Charleston that Charleston has really good food scene, which means that really bad food probably isn't gonna stay in business that long. So I kind of have this mentality of like, if it's in business and it's busy and it's like getting booked up, then it must be up to like Charleston food standards. Charleston food is just next level. If you want like a casual lunch or a casual bite, I would definitely do Little Jack's. So good. The burger is insane. Another really good burger, but not necessarily good ambiance. It's definitely more of like a casual spot, is Heavy's. Smash burgers are insane there. The Baba's place that I was talking about earlier with the eggs also does like an aperitivo hour, so you can go there for happy hour and like little bites and snacks. They do some salads and stuff if you need a lunch spot. I also really like Basic Kitchen for lunch. I try and keep my Instagram highlight of Charleston Recs like pretty up to date. Even if it looks like it's out of date, that might just mean that I don't have like anything else to add to it. And quite frankly, I'm ruthless. If I visit a place again and again and again and they're going a little bit downhill, maybe they're getting a little overhyped, the line's too long, I don't necessarily think the length of the line is worth what you're getting, I will remove stuff from that highlight. So if you're curious about Charleston Recs in general, I vow to be better, especially through the summer, because I don't really eat out a lot in the winter, especially through the summer. As soon as it's like patio season and like outdoor eating and just like getting a drink with the girls vibe, I vow to keep my Charleston highlight on Instagram more up to date. But those are just some of my favorites if you're planning a trip here. Let's put 2 hours on the meter, so I have a time limit. Came home after my parking meter expired. Did some more computer work at home. I had a couple calls. Had some slop for dinner, some lentil slop. I was gonna post it on my Instagram story. Like, I should probably delete that footage. Like, that food was the most unappetizing looking meal ever, but it was pretty good. Bringing another Liquid IV hydration multiplier to catch up on today's hydration. I think I'm gonna get in bed and read. All of my bowls are in the dishwasher, so I'm having a yogurt plate for breakfast. Well, I have a very busy day today, so I am ready. I'm gonna hit the ground running, and I'm gonna end this vlog here before I just lose track of time and forget to film anything anyway. So thank you so much for hanging out today. Thank you to Liquid IV for sponsoring today's video. I'll put all the information, if they give me a discount code, all of those things in the description box below, as well as my Instagram and TikTok. If you want to follow me over there, make sure to subscribe here if you want to see more of my videos, and I hope I will see you in the next one.